of a conductor last month. Let's listen in.
Of course, we have our, is that right? Am I getting it right? And then, of course, we have our general manager, Jeff Kneppel. But who will be speaking first is our chairman of the board, Pat Dion.
Okay, thank you, Carl. Good morning, everybody. I'm happy to be here today to announce the arrest of the suspects in the shooting that left one of our conductors injured. Thanks to the tireless work of the SEPTA and Philadelphia Police, both the suspected gunman and the accomplice are behind bars. Nothing more important to SEPTA than protecting the safety of our riders and safety of our employees. This investigation showcases the great results that come when you pair technology of our surveillance cameras and the skills and expertise of great police officers, which we have here today, and we're so proud of them. I'd like to thank the Philadelphia Police Department for all their hard work and congratulate Chief Nestel and the officer's efforts. And I'd like to bring up the chief, but before I do that, again, I can't reiterate how important it is to us to protect what we have in the system, protect our employees, protect our police officers. These guys do a great job, and they work so well with the Philadelphia Police. So thank you, gentlemen. Thanks for all your hard work, and thank you, Chief, for getting on top of it.
Thank you, sir. Chairman, thanks for your support of the Transit Police. It's unwavering and appreciated by everyone. On May 10th, a SEPTA train conductor who was doing his job was shot in an attempt robbery at the Carpenter Lane station in Mount Airy. The unknown suspects became SEPTA's most wanted fugitives. They are no longer most wanted. They are in custody. This is a story of a shooting investigation that resulted in the arrest of these two dangerous and violent people. Arrests of dangerous and violent people happen every day, and you never hear about it because the people involved in those investigations feel they're just doing their job. From the moment that this shooting occurred, Lieutenant Brooks from Philadelphia's Northwest Detectives Division managed the investigation. His work was phenomenal and a testament to how hard police officers work to bring violent offenders to justice. Detective James Poulos and Detective Anthony Glaviano were the lead detectives. They served as air traffic controllers for managing leads and for directing the investigative assets. The Transit Police dedicated an entire squad of detectives to this incident 24/7 since May 10th. There was more than just great policing that brought this case in. The public played a very important part. And without critical information from witnesses, this violent crime might not have been solved. Participation by people who see violent crime is so important for policing. And finally, technology was another critical piece to bringing these violent offenders to justice. When you commit a crime on SEPTA, you'll be on camera and we'll catch you. Questions? The first suspect, the conspirator who did not actually pull the trigger, Donnell Mills, he committed a domestic assault in Upper Darby and was in custody when detectives identified him as one of the involved perpetrators. He had been in custody, I believe, since May 23rd. The shooter, Mr. Jamel Wiley, was arrested in a house in Oxford Circle 2 days ago. Transit Police developed information that he might be at that residence, and we're doing a round-the-clock surveillance when they saw him come out of the house. Chased him into the house and apprehended him. A firearm was recovered in addition to Mr. Wiley being arrested. That's correct. There were 7 detectives and a detective sergeant that were working on this case with the Philadelphia detectives and Lieutenant Brooks. I'll tell you, the detectives would tell you that they were tied up for hours after the shooting because there were enough people that stepped forward to give information about what occurred. Plus, when neighborhood surveys were done, officers just knocking on doors, we found other people who saw and heard information that that was passed on. Look, the police can't solve violent crime without the public helping. They are an integral part of solving violent crime.
Speak to, I guess, the importance of whenever something like this happens on public transportation, it puts the riders' minds, it makes the money easy about using it.
Yeah, which is why we're here. I mean, I talk about how infrequently violent crime occurs on the system. When a violent crime occurs on the system, it is a full court press for us, so much so that we're dedicating 7 detectives and a sergeant round the clock for over a month to solve that crime. It rarely occurs, and when it does, we don't stop investigating until we make an arrest.
I mean, it's just to put people's minds at ease, I guess.
Yeah, look, I mean, if you look at reported crime, it's safer to ride the Broad Street subway than it is to walk down Broad Street.
Are the conductor's doors on the regional rails locked?
When the train is moving, the doors are closed. This was as passengers were disembarking and entering. Anything else? Great,
Any
thanks.
extra safety features that will be put in place, moving forward with SEPTA to try to avoid these? I mean, we got the cameras, we got everything, I get that, but,
Yeah, well, look, I mean, I've talked about this too before. This was not a high dollar heist. The fact that SEPTA is transitioning to the key card means that less and less money is being handled by employees. So robbing an employee just isn't a great way to make money. Any critical incident we look at afterwards. All of the divisions sit down and we evaluate how we could prevent something from occurring again. There are always tweaks and changes that occur when something like this happens. So absolutely, yeah, there will be changes. Anything else?